I had heard a rumor that Brooklyn has started to manage her own pub now, and to make sure that wasn't just some simple rumor, I went over to have a look for myself, and to my surprise, you really do happen to be running that place as the owner now. But the only thing I can see is a bit off, is that your pub is a total wreck looking at it from the outside. You've really done a great job with your life when you end up having to manage a place as sad and despicable as that pub.
It's been a very long time, Delilah. Who were you talking to that told you about my pub?
I heard about it from Cora the other day. Although, I thought it would have been you who had told me you took over that pub instead of having to hear about it from her. Why did you never come and tell me about it before? It feels like there might be a little unacknowledged tension between us or something.
It might have something to do with the way you'd react to me telling you about it. I guess it didn't really matter in the end, though, considering Cora told you about me. And now, here you are, coming to me with that snarky attitude that's always made things so awkward between us.
What was that? I'm not sure what you're going on about right now.
And you really don't have to be sure about it. Since you came all the way out to see my pub, why don't you just come and talk to me then? All you had to do was come inside and tell me how horrible the place looks then. But now you've just made things even more vexing by texting me over it.
That place looks like so much of a wreck that I was afraid to enter it. But I'm thinking of going there again pretty soon and actually entering it then.
I see. Well, you're welcome to come to the pub whenever you'd like.
Would you allow me to make a reservation there instead?
What? You want to make a reservation for my pub, of all places?
I'm sure I won't be needing to make a reservation at a place as run down as that, but it doesn't hurt to have one, right? I'll also be bringing a lot of people there, so it's best I reserve the whole place if that's all right with you.
How many people are you planning to have come? This place isn't all that big, actually, so if you plan to bring a ton of people, that'll require a lot of planning on my part.
I'm planning to have 70 people come.
You want to bring 70 people into my pub?
Is that going to be too many people to handle in that shack you like to call your pub?
I can do something for that amount in terms of space. I'll have to open up the private rooms then and turn the whole place into pretty much one large dining area. Since you're going to have that many people on a reservation, what's the occasion going to be?
A class reunion. From our graduating class back in high school, all right?
What? You're going to have a class reunion right now?
Well, the class reunion that I'm planning out is going to happen now. So, I'll make this beneficial for you as well by cramming everyone from our class into your small little pub. Isn't that just so kind of me?
I didn't realize that you'd been put in charge of doing the class reunion planning now. Well, if you'd really like to have the reunion here, then I can make it work for everyone. You want the reservation for 70 people, right? Have you gotten back that many replies from people in our class saying they'd be going to the reunion?
When they hear that I'm the one throwing the event, everyone's going to want to come, right? It's been a while since we've all seen each other, so everyone is bound to say yes and come. Although, since your pub looks like a pile of trash, I'm not sure anybody is going to be happy with you. Make sure to clean the place up really nicely and treat everyone like they're royalty, all right?
Understood. I'm assuming you'll decide what you want for the course dinners and things like that, right? I'm not used to serving that way, but it'd probably be the easiest way to feed everyone. Also, with that amount of people in your reservation, I'll have to close the entire pub for the event. So make sure you don't cancel on me once I've begun all the preparations.
I'm sure you'd be in huge trouble if I were to cancel last minute, right? Sounds good.
I'm glad to hear that you understand that then. Now, once I have the bill and everything made up for you, I'll get back in touch with you. Cora? I had thought that the one in charge of this upcoming class reunion was going to be you, right? Did you decide to make Delilah the one managing it last minute or something?
Delilah? Why would I ever entrust her with something like this? No way, Jose. I'm still the one in charge of planning everything out for the reunion. What happened to make you think she was the one managing it all now?
That's just what I thought. It seems to me right now Delilah is confused about a lot of things. She was just texting me about wanting to reserve my pub for the reunion and all that. And she wanted the reservation for 70 people.
Why would she do something like that? I guess she's up to no good again then. Well, no matter what she tries to pull this time, I'm sure our whole class isn't going to listen to her. She has always lived in her own little dream world for some reason, and everything she does always revolves around it. What a pain in the butt sometimes.
Her own little dream world is an understatement. It's more like she thinks that she's the center of everyone else's world or something.
But thanks to what she's up to, I've just remembered something great. You happen to be running that pub now as your own, right? Do you think it'd be all right for us to have our high school reunion at your pub this year then?
What? Then, do you just want to use the reservation that Delilah already made? I still have to check with her on the timing and all that, but it looks like all the same people would be coming.
Anything to make sure that we can have this reunion at your pub, okay? I just want to make sure we can get everybody in there, and things will be perfect for me. Will 70 people really be okay there? Maybe move some things around and open the place up a little? And when it comes to food and drinks, I'm sure that'll be tough on your staff, right?
You don't have to worry about it. I always make sure to have extra people on the schedule during events like these, so we can make it all work. I'm also really happy to be able to have a class reunion of mine in this pub now, so this is going to be really exciting for me.
I still have to check with everyone that I've talked with, but at the very most, there will be 70 people coming to the event. Just let me know if that'll be too much, and I can figure something out.
Thank you so much, Cora. My pub will be all right. Thanks to whatever strange reservation Delilah was making, I'm actually going to have this pub filled to the max.
Now that we've been talking about her just a bit, have you heard the rumor that's been going around lately about her? It looks like something pretty interesting is going on her end.
What? What rumor are you talking about?
This is about that reservation I have at your pub today, Brooklyn. Well, I started to think about actually having everyone from our class show up at your run-down little pub there for the reunion. And it seems to me like I've had a change of heart about it now.
What? What are you talking about?
I know that I made a reservation there for the reunion, but I'm sure it's all right for me to cancel that reservation on the day of, right? I shouldn't have to be asking, really. It's all right to cancel today. It would be stupid of you as the owner of that pub to not listen to what I'm asking, right, Brooklyn? So, please cancel that reservation for me, okay?
I want to know what you're talking about, though, Delilah. What the heck is all of this about?
That pub that you're running really is disgusting, and mentally, I just can't stand holding the class reunion there. It's just not going to work for me. No way. You think I'd want to subject all our past classmates to an environment like that while they eat and drink? I really don't like your pub after all, and I'm wanting the reservation canceled now. So go ahead and forget about the 70 people that were written down as coming.
Delilah, do you plan to listen to anything I have to say to you now?
What? Don't tell me you're going to get all upset over the choices I've made. I mean, you can be as mad as you want to be at me, but I'm not afraid of anything you want to tell me. I want that reservation for 70 people today canceled. And there's not a thing you can do otherwise. Hopefully, this doesn't completely ruin that crappy pub of yours. But if it were to, I'd laugh my butt off over it.
That class reunion is over with already.
What?
What do you mean ruin my crappy pub? What have you been talking about this whole time? That high school class reunion has been done for a while now, so I'm really not sure at all what you've been going on and on about right now.
Wait, what? The reservation I made was supposed to be for 8 p.m., right?
Oh, you want to talk about the time the class reunion was at? If it were to start at 8 p.m. like you wanted, then not as many people would have been able to make it to the event. So Cora went ahead and talked with a lot of people about timing, and they all decided that 6 p.m. was a better time to start. The class reunion is pretty much finished with now, and everyone who needs to go home is leaving, while those that can stay are hanging out and talking still. It seems to me like a lot of them want to go somewhere else for an after party as well. I've got to clean up the place and handle closing it up though, so I'm not going to be able to go with them all. If you still want to go join them, you can come here and then follow them to whatever place they choose to go for the after party.
Wait a sec! What is going on here? Are you trying to tell me that a class reunion for us was held and I wasn't invited to it? It wasn't supposed to start at 8 p.m. like I'd said?
But in the end, you wanted to cancel your reservation, right? I don't mind canceling your reservation, but that class reunion you're going on about has ended now. And because of it, I ended up making a crap ton of money today. So what have you been trying to talk about, Delilah?
I want to know myself. What the hell is going on here? I was just texting you right now to cancel last minute on that reservation. But now you're going to tell me the reunion is over with? What the actual hell is all of this?
I'm not really sure what to say about any of this. You just said to me that you'd laugh if you canceling that reservation ruined my pub or something? Does this mean you never planned on having the reunion at my pub to start with?
Huh? I seriously have no idea what you're talking about, Brooklyn. What?
Well, you never showed up to the planned reunion today, so perhaps you were just going to cancel on everyone then?
I did plan on going to the reunion, though. I was the one who planned out the whole reunion to begin with, so of course I was going to go to it.
Well, I suppose you did plan this whole event out, at first anyway. But in the end, it seems that your timing was off, as the reservation for the event was for 6 p.m., not 8 p.m. And everybody came to the reunion at 6 p.m., meaning that everyone was told the correct time to be here. It was a really fun time with everyone, and not a single person here seemed upset about anything. So I'm not really sure what problem you're having at the moment.
What do you mean? Of course I'm the only one having problems right now. Are you an idiot or something?
How about you stop calling me an idiot when I'm not the one who showed up to the event 2 hours late? Also, you were going to cancel the reservation, so I'm still not really sure what you were trying to do there. Did you want to come to the event or not?
Shut up! I am pissed off right now. Who the hell was it that didn't invite me to the reunion? Why would they not invite me while inviting everyone else like that? Did you do this to me? Did you change the time of the reservation and go out telling everyone about it besides me?
I'm not sure why you'd think that. Is there any reason for me, the pub's owner, to change the time of your reservation on you like that? I understand that you were the one who first made the reservation for the class reunion, but a lot of the people here today never knew that you were planning out a class reunion.
What? What do you mean by that?
I told everyone that you had made a reservation for my pub at 8 p.m. in order to host the class reunion, but they all told me they were never told anything about it. And even before today, I was told that I could just use your reservation for the class reunion, but I had to change the time on it to meet the needs of a lot of those who came. Also, you're telling me to cancel at last minute won't do anything because it's over now.
Wait. I seriously do not get a single thing that's happened here. I was the one that made the reservation, right? What the hell happened that caused the time to be changed for the event without me being notified?
Wait, let me ask you this first. Who were you planning on having this class reunion of yours with? Or was all of this just a way for you to show me how much you hate me, and you just made the reservation in order to cancel it last minute, making me waste a lot of money?
Hold on, I didn't actually think there was anyone planning out a class reunion for our class. Why was I not invited when I graduated with all of you guys?
I knew it. So this was just you being a witch and trying to ruin what I have. You really are one of the worst people I know, and I'd like to personally call Witch of the Year.
What? You're calling me that?
Did I not just say that I was? I can see you're still frazzled about how your plan to ruin me fell through. So although this is a bit of a pain in the butt for me, I'll explain what happened. When you made the reservation for the class reunion at my pub, I thought it was a bit strange and texted the actual person in charge about it, that person being Cora. That's when she told me she never intended on inviting you to the reunion in the first place. But after I told her you had already made a reservation at my pub for the event, she said we could use it for the real deal.
What?
You had made a reservation and all that, but the plans to have 70 people come to my pub for a class reunion was all a lie. We kind of figured that at the time and assumed you had something far worse up your sleeve in mind for that reservation. So, since it was obvious you wouldn't be using the reservation for its intention, I chose to let Cora use it, and we changed the time from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Huh? So you just knew what I had planned out for you without ever even asking me?
It's not that hard to guess your moves after spending 4 years with your crazy butt in high school. We knew you were probably going to cancel the reservation and walk away from it thinking you could just run off with no harm done to yourself. And, well, we were not wrong at all. You just tried to cancel the reservation on me last minute, all with the intention of costing me all my money and time.
No, just wait a dang second. There is something else I want to talk about first, before we talk about that.
Why? What do you want to know about?
What the actual frick is going on here? Why did nobody invite me to the actual class reunion? There was already somebody else in charge of planning the event?
This class reunion happens all the time, and the person who organizes it has always been the same.
This is always happening! The class reunion?
Yeah, we have one every year.
What?
Wait, have you never been invited to even a single one of them after high school? Oh, that's actually a little depressing, actually. I'm sorry for bringing any of that up now. I'm sure that's really put a damper on your day now.
Are you kidding me? There was a class reunion for our class every year? Who the hell is the one who hasn't been telling me anything about them?
What? I don't think it's just one person. Probably everyone has the same idea and just refrains from telling you in order to keep you away.
Huh?
Pretty much everyone from our grade hates you, Delilah, so I'm pretty sure nobody wanted you coming to the reunions in the first place. I kind of hate having to break all of this to you now, but I guess you never caught on. Now you know at least, and won't ever have to bother any of us again.
Wait, huh? People hate me that much? You think I'm that much of an idiot where I'd believe something like that? There's no way the whole class hates someone like me. Please think this all through a little more clearly before you say anything, all right? Back in high school, I was always the topic of discussion for everyone. That's because I was just that popular of a girl to all the guys, and the girl everyone else dreamed of being.
I'm sure that's what you were thinking the whole time, but everyone else does not think that way of you at all. I'm not sure everyone's exact feelings for you, but you were always acting like you were the best at everything, and you were just really annoying to be around. I couldn't stand you at all and would even do my best to avoid you.
Huh? You have no right saying something like that to me. It was because of me that you had any friends at school in the first place back then.
What? You think you were the one that made me friends or something? All I ever experienced with you back then was how you'd come up to me and talk about yourself like you were this big shot in the school. But that never made me any friends, did it? I think I actually ended up having more friends than you back then, and maybe that's what all of this is about? Perhaps you made that reservation in order to screw me as a way of getting back at me for being better than you. It all makes sense now if that's the case.
Well, that's partially true. But you're going to tell me now that you've always hated me like that? Is that sort of thing even possible? This whole time, I've always thought of you as one of my best friends. What?
What was that? Best friend? Pfft. I don't even think I was your friend, let alone someone who wanted to be in your proximity.
But
I have no clue how you became so confused that you began to think I've been your best friend all this time. Do you have any idea all of the horrible things you did to me back in school that makes me want to be anything but your friend? You were always putting me down about the smallest things just to make yourself feel better. And even now, years and years later in life, you've been going on about how this pub is run down and miserable. If it's so poor looking to you, then why go through all the effort to try and ruin it even more? You think best friends or even regular friends do things like that to one another? Maybe you don't know the answer to that because you never had any real friends.
I just thought it was strange that a woman like you got to be that successful.
What?
You're supposed to only be listening to me and doing everything I say like I'd said it. Why did you never tell me that you were going to buy that pub and make it your own source of income? You're not that kind of person that should be running their own business like that. That's not the Brooklyn I know.
What the hell are you talking about? Since when have you ever known the kind of person that I am? Well, you might be onto something, though, since I'm not the owner of this place in reality.
What? What does that mean?
This actually happens to be my husband's pub. He ended up buying it off his dad when he was trying to sell the place, and since then we've both been running the show here. He's the one in charge of all the finances for the place, while I just run the employee and business side of things. I'm sure the place looks really old from the outside, but we've completely renovated the inside, and I've been having a blast working here. We've never had an event as big as the class reunion held here before, but it was a lot of fun managing it. I just had to open up all the private rooms as well, and we made it work. Normally, we like to just have casual nights here with people coming in without reservations, but that wasn't a problem at all for us today.
Wait, did you just say your husband?
What was that? I did say my husband. What about him?
You're married to someone, Brooklyn?
You're wanting to talk about that now as well? I've been married to him for 3 years now, so I'm not sure why he has anything to do with what we're talking about.
Huh? Why were you never going to tell me about him? Isn't that messed up? I never ever knew you got married, and I was betting that you never would be.
The only reason you were never told is because I only invited friends and family to my wedding. And I never posted anything about it online either, because the only social media I run is for the pub. So it's kind of obvious that you were never going to know about it unless you came and talked to me. Even then, though, I wouldn't have said anything unless you asked first. And as for hearing about it from others, it's just me getting married. Everyone our age is married by now, Delilah.
Are you trying to tell me that 3 years ago you and I weren't best friends?
I told you already, you and I have never been friends. Oh, by the way, I've heard some things about you from Cora recently. You ended up having a failed marriage, and right now you're in some very crippling debt. Oh, that's too bad.
Huh? Why would anyone ever tell you anything about that? How did Cora even manage to find out about it? Nobody was ever supposed to know about any of that whatsoever.
I'm sure you never told anyone, but your parents happen to live nearby Cora's parents, right? And from what Cora told me, your mom has been going around that neighborhood telling all the moms about how bad things turned out on your end. You're really struggling, aren't you? But what did you think was going to happen by trying to steal one of your old classmates' partners like that and marrying them?
Why do you know all about that stuff as well?
Well, everyone was talking about it today at the class reunion. You really thought you were the queen or something back in high school, and you made sure all of us girls and boys knew about it. That's probably why you thought you could get away with something like that as well, right? But unfortunately, everyone got married after high school, and you were too late in trying to steal yourself a man.
I can get married to any man I want to almost instantly, and I've got men lined up ready to be my husband.
Well, before you try any of that with anyone else, it'd be a good idea to pay off all that debt you're in and save up a little cash. But that has nothing to do with me. I happen to find myself a wonderful single man, married him, and am now living my dream life. So would you mind getting away from it for me? I am nothing more than a stranger to you, and one that hates your guts at that. So just go find something better to do with your time. It's just embarrassing that someone your age with that much debt is trying to bring me and my business down like that.
Brooklyn, please don't say things like that. I would really like to go to that after party now. Where is everyone going to next? I want to go meet with them all and have a fun party.
I'm not sure. I'm going to be cleaning up the pub and getting ready to go home. Why don't you ask someone else? I'm sure most people won't reply to you with anything, but try your best and you might find someone who feels sorry for you. Bye now, you stupid little witch. And don't talk to me again, okay? At the end of all that, Delilah was never able to get a response from anyone with the location of the after party and never ended up going out to see anyone from high school. Once she realized it was hopeless for her to keep trying, she pulled one last maneuver and booked it to my pub looking for me. But by the time she'd shown up, I was already on my way home to see my husband and get ready for bed. I feel that by this point, being the age she is now, Delilah should stop trying to be such a jerk and should start figuring out a good way to make money and pay off all the debt that she's in. But that might be very hard for her to figure out, considering the world that she's living in is far from normal to all of us and seems to only be about herself.